And our last question for you, I'm a teacher with a 16-year-old boy in my classroom who's on the spectrum. He's very smart and I'm excited to have had him in my class all year. My question is, what can I do to help him when he's having too much sensory input? I see that as the day goes on, he has a harder time coping with all of the noises of our bell system, the other kids, etc. He looks like he's physically in pain. I've asked Mom if I can give him a break and send him to the library, but she doesn't want him to be removed from instruction. Is there anything I can do? I should say it isn't just noise, it's light too. We've got a lot of kids that have these sensory issues, right?
Yeah, a lot of input, and I guess it's not even just people on the autism spectrum. If you knew what my office looks like right now, I turned off the lights for this and coming on here today because I don't like fluorescent lighting. And it starts causing me, after around the hour, 2 hour mark of having it on, I'll start to get like a slight headache. So I have a lot of empathy and compassion for individuals that can't tell people that and say, hey, you know, fluorescent lights does this to me and I need them off, or I need some replacement bulbs. And I think ultimately that would be my recommendation for this teacher, is that, first of all, thank you for being a passionate teacher and bringing this question to us today. It means you care a lot about this individual. And then I also have a lot of, you know, respect for what this mom says too. Like, she doesn't want him to be outside of, you know, the classroom and be away from what he needs to do on the day-to-day. So working with, you know, consultants in the area of, I would say, an occupational therapist, BCBA, somebody that can help guide, and then always with the parent agreement. At the same point with sensory input, I would just start coming up with strategies within the classroom context that can help him regulate for longer periods of time and throughout his day. So instead of leaving the classroom, it's like, well, if it is the lights that are bugging him a little bit, could he wear, you know, even some sunglasses where people could still see his eyes and it doesn't inhibit his social abilities? Could he have little earbuds during times where he's working independently that could be either white noise or something that wouldn't be too distracting? And all of this would need to be consulted, obviously, by people that are conducting assessments and specialists in those areas. At the same point, you know, I do those things for myself and I'm sure you guys do too. It's like when you start to get overwhelmed and stressed, you have your strategy. So we need to start building this individual's strategies for being able to cope and deal with input from their environment. And I'm guessing this mom might even have strategies for when they go into crowds or when they go into a Target on a Saturday. And so talking and sharing those tools and then making them more specific to the classroom environment.
Boy, I really love that answer, Theresa. You know, going back to the mom, and you know, thank you for having empathy for the mom, because I do too. I was always of the mindset of, you know, don't take him out of class. And a lot of times schools, that's their first go-to. Well, let's pull them out. And yet they're the people who are constantly saying, you know, you can't even bring a lunch in the morning because we're in instruction time and we're not interrupting instruction time, but then they're all too happy to take our kids out. So I appreciate that mom's position, and I love that you appreciated her position too. And I love your advice of telling her, go back to the mom and say, what works for you. I also got to say, I love this teacher that it's the end of the school year, and you know, a lot of teachers are checking out now and going, well, we're almost done, we'll just limp along. But I love that this teacher is still looking for answers at this point in the game and that they came to us. So that's a wonderful thing. Theresa, you are the mothership. We so have enjoyed having you be here with us, and you got to come back, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're super busy. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Theresa.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.